Today, we have an anniversary review. You know, we're a bit early. It wasn't the last one as well. But it's been a very dry year so far. 25-year anniversary of Ghostface Killah's Supreme Clientele, B. Can I tell you something, B?
What's that?
Last year was my first time ever listening to this album. And this was the album that made me want to watch that Wu-Tang and American Saga series. B, the only reason I listened to this album last year was because the year before, I believe, I think I listened to West Side Gun's Supreme Clientele.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would you name your album after another man's album name? I'm like, why would you, like, that's like a Carter, like the Carter series in the bar.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm like, why would you do that? Like, you kind of meat riding. So I got to see.
Supreme Clientele fire.
But I got to see why you meat riding.
Yeah.
So then I listened to it. Pause. This is worth the meat.
Yeah. Hey, this is enough to hop on the beat.
Hey, I'm sorry. This album is so good.
It's so good.
And B, I think I would have to classify this as yap rap.
Bro.
We have to classify this as yap rap because when I first heard the album, and I talked about it last year on the What We've Been Jamming section, maybe I might link it down below. I might forget about that. But I listened to this last year, and when I first listened to it, I'm like, oh, Ghost is flowing on here. This is way different than Iron Man. But he was getting into some pockets, and he was just saying some stuff where I'm just like,
Wow, yeah.
this is on some MF Doom level to where it's like, you saying a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not really understanding right now. Like, yeah, some stuff I'm going to be able to pick up on, but I'm not getting, like, there's just so much happening in these bars and these lines right now. I don't know, but I want to hear your history with this album right here, because this is a legendary album. We got to talk about it.
My history of this album, I think I heard this for the first time when I had to be like 17. Like, I was like, getting out of high school, because this is when I was getting to like my super underground bag, listening to like Self-Titled, Immortal Technique, MF Doom, and all these guys.
Tech Nine?
A little bit of strange music, a little bit.
Okay, respect.
But I don't know. It's just like I started getting into my Wu phase, and then once you get into Wu, you break down their albums, and then you go into like the individual albums, right? So Iron Man, Liquid Swords, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I do Googles. What's the best Wu-Tang album, or like has the best solo release? And like this was like top. I think it was number one or like top 3. And I'm like, let me listen to this Ghostface Supreme Clientele. And B, I've been in love ever since. My history with this album runs deep. I love it so much. And I don't know. I should have did more research because because a lot of my stuff be going off my word bank. You know what I mean? By my bank, my past. So when he was writing like this, he said he don't want to rap like this again. This is like something he won't do again.
I believe he said that on Drink Champs. I think he talked about it on Drink Champs with his episode with him and Ray Kwan.
Yeah, he's like, it was just because I know him and RZA did the trip to Africa.
Yeah.
They was in Africa for a while, and a lot of that stuff like inspired this like
the writing process.
The writing process, and like how you mean like, man, my people here, he
said they don't really need
he
like stuff. He said F this Polo Hilfiger or whatever.
Yeah, they don't.
Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah, he was saying things like that, but I'm thinking like, how that coincide with all this crazy rapping you doing here, bro? That's what one thing I just don't remember.
Well, I was doing some more research, and I didn't realize it until I really started listening to the album. I put the research together while I was listening to. What it is it took away the materialism of the actual album.
Because he barely did talk about stuff like that.
Materialism and crime. He barely talks about that on the album, which obviously in Africa, they're not materialistic. He was like, they don't have a lot of money, but they got each other. Though.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I was like, that's something I actually did not peep compared to an album like Iron Man.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't do
But to me, this album is masked in you yapping in so many words. It's kind of hard to really take that away from them.
That's what I'm saying. That's where that filler comes in. Because like it's some stuff like on Nutmeg is probably it's still my favorite song because it's like the best rapping. Even though he's saying all type of stuff, it sounds so well over the production and just the flow he's in, that pocket, that like the flow he was in it was. I know how you don't like freaking RZA, but like he felt off kiltered on here to me as well, like Ghost did. Like how it felt perfect. It fit the production, but it was like, I don't know, man. He was just going. It put you in a doom mind. He was like scientific, so and so, just saying this.
It's body whipping. It's hard to keep.
Flip don't pay off, and just saying stuff. It's just like going like, oh man, this album, and then this album, man, it's just one of them albums that I can just play it, bro. Especially like the first. Like going all the way down to like from 9 was like always my favorite run. So to Mighty Healthy, like Mighty Healthy just shake that body, that body. Like bro, he was just on here just going off of this album, bro, and like bringing up like the production and how cohesive this album is. That's why RZA and him, they actually like
this is post RZA flood off.
Yeah, after the flood, yeah. So he said he had to like really make sure everything was together as like it flows perfectly.
But he also went and got
other
producers
producers,
as well.
and he actually worked on their stuff as well. Like, hold up, like I want to.
Yeah, he got the production.
He's like, hold up,
let me go
let
ahead
me tweak this.
that.
Let me tweak this, man.
Let me put my name on that as well.
Hey, as an album that's produced as well, bro, how you feel about the production as a total?
Oh, B. Well, my thing is this. This is a 2000s album, so I'm like, all right, this should have some more modern production compared to like the stuff that I've listened to from Wu-Tang.
This is a 90s album.
Well, it's made in the 90s, yeah, but I'm saying like it's a more modern thing because at that time hip hop was kind of becoming more modernized into the contemporary era is what I like to call it.
2000 to me was still 90s because most of their albums they was recorded in the 90s.
Yeah,
like all this was 90s. But it came out like February.
But I'm saying like 1999 and up, like that sound.
I know it started to kind of like
up.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so for me, production wise, I'm not gonna lie. I was going into this. I'm looking at the cover. I'm like, yo, like, I'm not sure when I'm gonna get into this, but I heard Nutmeg, and I respect RZA as a producer.
Oh, legend.
But going into this, I'm like, okay, I see that this isn't fully produced by RZA, so I was like, huh. And this is Ghostface's second album, so I'm like, all right. I'm like, is this gonna be better than Iron Man or what? I was going into it. Nutmeg, I liked it. It threw me off a bit.
I love Nutmeg,
but I love it though because it's like, bing, bing. And then the way Ghostface was rapping on there, I didn't expect him to come so aggressive.
Yeah,
he was just spitting. And I was thinking this weekend beat, I was like, yo, I kind of wish that this Ghostface right here and like Mad Villain MF Doom would have make an album. I know they were supposed to make the collab album, but I wish they like that these eras of these two would make a collab album with each other.
And this is when like Operation Doomsday was out. Like this was like, bro, what he said, Shawty got shot in the face. My house was overcrowded. Like he was just saying stuff, bro. Like what is he talking about?
But B, one of my favorite hip hop tracks, and it came out it came to me last year. One.
Oh, one.
Wow. The way it starts off. One.
Bro, that joint is crazy.
He was good.
Bro, you know what beat I love? Ghost Dini. I love that beat,
which one?
Bro. Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes, that's bro.
Oh yeah.
That beat is
no, it feels
crazy.
like I'm creeping on the block.
Bro,
It feels like nighttime. Like I'm creeping on the block. Look, headlights off and everything. I'm sorry.
But Apollo Kid is the
is that the one with Raekwon?
Yeah, I love that song, but it's the sound that RZA put in there. Like it's like some type of static or something like that. I never heard it.
Raekwon's voice distorted a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
But like me having the headphones on, and I'm like, listen, I'm like, this is bothering me. I was like, is this on I have to turn it off. I paused. I'm like. And then I played another track, and I'm like,
to make sure it wasn't your system.
Yes, but it was actually the song. I'm like, why did he do that? But he always doing some funky stuff sometimes.
I think it was to kind of give you like that old 90s vibe. Like kind of give you a vibe of like what's happening on this cover right
I don't know. It was...
I kind of like it.
No, I liked it. I'm just saying, it's just... I don't know. It just threw me off, bro. Because I never noticed it till like I actually had headphones in jamming this. And like having those type of headphones, like, over-the-ear headphones, they could be more, you can kind of get more into detail with some of the stuff. And it never, I'm like, I've been listening to this out for years and I never noticed it. And I was like, the hell is that? It tripped me out, bro. I was like, my headphones messed up? But bro, it's just, like, even some of the skits are funny over here. Like the crackhead skit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey, man, you like, don't even disrespect my fence, man.
That one, Who Would You F?
Oh, bro.
Missy Elliott.
Every time I hear that, bro, I'm like, bro, why was they saying this?
And it was actually saying the names.
Bro, they didn't care, bro. And Ghostin was like, they were like, who you gonna take? Missy, Baba D, what's her name?
Deborah Cox?
No.
I remember he brought her up.
It was, what's her name? Bob, I forgot. She's a rapper from Philly. Is it Bob? It's the Bob.
I forgot the name.
But Bahama Dia or something like that. My bad. I'm messing up your name. You have a really dope album. I remember listening to that back in the day. Not back in the day, like I'm that old, but like 5 years ago. But is it Bahamadia? I don't know. It's bothering me. But anyways, I'm like, bro, they really just saying
they saying the names.
You could get Tyra Banks or Naomi Campbell. He was like, nah, man, she look African. I ain't really messing with that. I'm like, what? She bad, bro. They be wilding, bro. Tyra got a big forehead.
Hey, they was being real on him.
They was, bro.
I respect it. Nah. And he had the little comic booky like references and tie-ins with the skits as well, with the Iron Man theme as well.
Raekwon was rapping. Jizza on freaking Wu Bangs 101. I love that song.
I don't know what it is with Jizza. Jizza's one of my favorite members.
Nah, he's probably like one of the best, bro.
No, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But man, the way he comes on there, I'm just like, the way he starts off the song, I'm like,
what you think about Buck 50 with Redman, Capadonna, and Meth?
Oh, see, I love that song.
Yeah, that song.
Method Man, killing it.
Redman was,
he came in with that really aggressive flow. Want talk is?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Redman. Especially if coming off that last year. But that's besides the point. But man, I'm like, yo.
this
And then
old
they
man.
said that Redman, like what they did back then, RZA would produce a song and they would go into the car and do the car test.
Oh, for
and
real?
Redman wrote his verse in the car while listening
Oh,
to the
what?
beat. I was
That's
like, okay, that's
crazy.
fire right there.
Oh, Malcolm is one of my favorites too. I love
that
that.
the
joint. That's the one with the
sample?
mic. Nah, it's a
Oh, I'm
the
thinking
song where he talking
Clyde.
about he in like talking about Malcolm X and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah, that was dope.
The only problem I really have on here is two RZA performances. The one with Nutmeg, Abu Dhabi, Bobby. I'm just like, shut the F up, RZA. Get off the goddamn track. RZA, you are a legend, but god dang it, you ruined that Childish Gambino song for me off of
Royalty, bro.
Abu Dhabi, I'm with Childish Gambino, I'm with Tino. I hated him on So Appalled on Kanye West's My New Daughter's 50. So effing, what is it? So effing Paul. Wait, what did they, what's the song?
It's
How's the,
you talking about his verse?
ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I'm just like, yo.
I love RZA,
And
bro.
I was young then. I didn't really
Yeah.
know RZA's impact back then. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, get this man off this track.
I love RZA, bro.
Ridiculous.
I don't know. I always like,
To me, RZA feels like he tries too hard.
oh, bro, this is RZA, bro.
And then especially
come
watching
on.
the Wu-Tang American Saga. Oh yeah, you definitely was trying hard.
That's RZA, bro.
I'm a sperm swimming in the fallopian tube. I'm like, I see why you didn't make it back then. You're rapping like that. No one cares.
What you mean you didn't make it? What you
No, I'm
talking
saying like because he did a little freestyle. He was like, "Yeah, I'm a sperm swimming in the
Oh,
fallopian
you
tube.
talking about
I won." I'm just like, everybody was just looking at him in the crowd like, "Yo, like, is he really doing it?" Like, yo, I would have preferred for us to throw the tomato.
I stopped. I watched like a few episodes on it because it threw me off. I'm like, yo, this is not the Wu-Tang story. But then I realized that it was just reimagined.
Well,
Wu-Tang.
no, what it was is that the other Wu-Tang members weren't as involved. And they said that they actually had a problem with that series. They was like, yo, like, RZA really wasn't trying to, like, get us involved and then, like, for us to help tell our stories and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Just
it
like
was
RZA
like-
just wanted all the control.
Yeah, that's
over
when I was watching it like when it was only a few episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was the first season, and I'm like, I can't. This didn't happen.
That's why I was watching it, and I'm like, Raekwon and Ghostface was beefing. back
Yeah,
then?
yeah,
Like,
that's
they
why I
was shooting
said-
each other's
yeah,
stuff?
true,
And that's why they had to debunk that, like on like
But
Drink Champs. They was like, no, we didn't do that. Like that RZA, he went off like he was like he didn't want to consult us on nothing. He just wanted to do his own thing. He was like,
I think that's what I'm saying. I thought RZA was trying to reimagine the story to make them come
I
together.
mean, yeah, he was trying to dramatize it a bit too.
That's what I
But
think.
you know, the rest of the game was like, yo, like he didn't ask us. Like,
Yeah.
like he wasn't trying to make us part of it like that. But I do like the last season. Artistically, I guess you could say conceptually, where they make like a short film of each of the solo albums, the first debuts, like Raekwon actually being the chef or whatever, and actually, you know, being a mafia boss.
Yeah.
Jizza being like a samurai in this long gone world of like the labels taking over and made mainstream music all dumbed down and stuff.
Yeah.
I do like it conceptually. And like I said, this is the album. The reason I'm speaking to this because this is the album that made me go check out that series. Because after I heard this album beat, I was like, yo, I got to check out some more Wu-Tang stuff. My thing with Wu-Tang is like when I was younger in middle school, and shout out to my boy DeKevian because he was like super heavy into Wu-Tang in high school too as well, I believe. I heard about them. I listened to their albums. The last one I listened to was the one with the gray cover. I think they had a flag. I think an iron flag or
Yeah,
Wu
that's,
flag, whatever. I listened to like
Wu
the first
Forever,
three.
right?
I think Wu Forever's the second album.
You talking about what they all on?
They
I know
all
what
have
you're
the
talking about. I know
flag
what
in the
you're talking
background.
about.
It's all
I know.
gray
I
or
don't know
whatever.
why I can't think of it.
But I only listened to like their first three albums overall in general, and I don't know why it didn't make me go back to all their solo albums. I never thought about that. But some of the stuff I have listened to as an
Iron
adult-
Flag.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, going back to some of the stuff and actually visiting Supreme Clientele for the first time last year, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the albums I'm just like, dang. I'm glad I'm listening to this now at this age than I did when I was younger because I definitely wouldn't like this back then. But now, like, listening to this, I'm like, yo, the production is there, the rapping is there for me. Ghostface as a rapper, so much charisma, so much energy, so much ferocity when it comes to him actually rapping. Him throwing all these words together. He was like, yo, I was just throwing words together that just sounded good.
Hey,
I'm like, this gap rap.
You could
but it's good
tell,
gap
but
rap.
it was dope. And like one thing about this album, bro, is just like you said, stylistically. I don't know. That's why it stands out. Even though he was throwing stuff together, but he did it in a Ghostface way. Usually, when you hear rappers being blah 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 blah, it don't sound right. Like it's just like, oh, this is dull. Like Ghostface has, like you said, character. He has flow. He has a really good voice. So it actually, if you like, hold on, what is he talking about? Because it sounds fly. You know what I mean? That's just how it was, bro. That's what I was like. Some albums I wish I was there when it dropped. Like, yes, I was born in that, but I wasn't listening to this at freaking what when this dropped 2000. I was gonna be freaking 5 years old, 6 years old, like.
I was 4 turning 5.
Yeah, I just love to like actually experience this as it released. That's what sometimes I
But I wonder, like, was this big back then?
I'm pretty
Because
sure
they said that the
Ghost.
singles on here was successful. Like
Yeah.
their Church has La Ghost. That was one of the singles on here.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't imagine.
But
like,
I'm saying
I can't
music
imagine
was
that being a
different.
single. Yeah.
It was different then. So yeah, I can. Yeah,
But also,
because
we got to put in regionality as well, though.
nah, but no, but I'm saying Wu Tang was for everybody. Wu Tang was for the children. They had their own freaking what? They had what? Video games. They had their own store. They had clothing line. Like Wu Tang was huge, b like super huge.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were really big. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this was a big.
I guess this is one of them things. Like I never hear older
'Cause we
adults
wasn't-
talk about Wu Tang.
You know what?
I never hear older
That's
adults
all-
in my life, in my
oh,
family. That's what I
Bro,
mean.
you know, some of them people from the South, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends. You got to be like a.
Not like older people.
That would say you gotta be like
Twitter. Yes,
You gotta be like a hip hop head from the South, or like in our family to like know who and like follow Wu Tang.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know nobody, and my dad probably was in prison at the time. Like, I'm just saying, only people I know in my family is my people that's in the music industry that I'm pretty sure was
Mm-hmm.
jamming this, but nah.
Yeah. But overall, man,
Classic, happy anniversary to this
Mm-hmm.
album. Like one of my, this is like I don't have like favorites. I never have like a list or whatever. But like this is one of those albums that's like
to
one
me,
of my
this album
favorites.
holds up really well.
Yeah, this one of them albums right here. You know what I mean? Amazing.
And Rizzo, while I don't like some of your features on here, the one up with you on the grain, you did a good job on that one.
RZA, you did fine on all your features.
Production wise, yes.
Rapping and
Production-wise,
production. I had no
yes.
problem with it.
Who
Doing your thing.
Bob Gotti, Gambino.
Nancy hyperventilate.
Like, Rizzo, shut the F up.
No, bro, they was
It's like
in
he's
Africa,
spitting
bro.
on
They
the
was spitting that African stuff.
No, he was
you know
spitting
what I'm
all
saying?
right. God dang it. But God dang it, Ghostface Killah, Supreme Clientele. Such a phenomenal album. I'm not a hip hop head. I'm not a hip hop peersby, but this is an album that I really appreciate and I really enjoy. And I can listen to at any time.
You like Miguel? You don't hip hop head because you don't know what they hit. What do you say? I don't only head what they hit.
Who said that? Miguel.
He said that on the old pod. He said, I don't be heading with the head or whatever he said, bro. I was watching the old episode and it stuck out to me, bro. He be wilding, bro.
I thought you meant Miguel the singer. I was like, what?
The homie, bro.
No, but yeah, overall, great track. I mean, great
album.
Well, great album, great track listing. I don't even mind the length of it. An hour and 4 minutes. Pause on that. Yeah. But yeah, overall, really solid body of work. If this came out on vinyl today, I would be buying it.
It's so hard to find.
That's why I said if it came
I remember
out.
I was trying to get it when it was $80 and I was like, that's too much. And now it's like, I don't know, but it's crazy.
COVID happened, didn't it?
Yeah, bro. I was like, I'm gonna get it. And,
But yeah, let us know what y'all think about Ghostface Killah's Supreme Clientele, the album review 25 years later. Let us know what y'all think about that down in the comment section down below.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.